Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Asshat Podcast on YouTube. Got a Blu-ray this time. Now let's do a little history on this real quick. Now, as you can see, this is the Blu-ray DVD digital HD, which means digital copy. Airbud Entertainment presents Russell Madness, the strongest tag team as family. The Airbud series, if I remember right, started back in the late 90s as a dog that played football or basketball. I don't remember which. I know they did multiples, and then it kind of spun off, and they started doing the Buddies films, which is supposed to be like Airbud's Kids. Well, then they spun off, and they're doing films that are made by the same company, but they don't have any connection to them. This is about this little dog here whose name is Russell. He's a Jack Russell Terrier. He's in a pet store. And he's always nervous. Every time somebody picks him up like they're getting ready to buy him, he ends up pissing on him. So he never gets bought. He finds out he's going to be sent to the pound, so he escapes. Ends up living in an alley behind an old theater, which has just been inherited by this family. The father of the family's father, he left in this theater. They got to keep it for a year, then allowed to sell. And the father's father used to run a wrestling group out of this theater. Well, it turns out this little monkey here has been alive forever. It still lives in theater. He can speak English. Nobody questions why the monkey can speak. He ends up training this dog to be a wrestler. They're putting on a wrestling show. One of the wrestlers refuses to get in the ring. The dog comes out, wrestles, and he's got this move called the Russell Tussle, where he kind of like jumps and shoves his paws in their chest and backflips off. The reason why I picked this up, I'd seen the reviews about how horrible this film is. It's in wrestling circles, it's kind of become like a joke. And it's got some wrestlers in it. You got the only big name wrestler is John Morrison. If you watch Lucha Underground, he's known as Johnny Mundo. If you watch Impact Wrestling, he's known as Johnny Impact. John Hennigan's his real name. He's branched out, started doing movies, and he ends up becoming like one of the lead villains in it. Matter of fact, there's a scene where later on he's fighting Russell, or the Russell Maniac, because they referred to him as the Russell Maniac all throughout the movie. And I think it was supposed to be called Russell Mania or Russell Maniac, and then that sounds too close to WrestleMania, so I got to change to Russell Madness, because there's a couple of times where the word Russell Madness is said, but the lips don't match exactly. Well, John Morrison pulls out a dog whistle, starts blowing up. The dog, of course, freaks out. He pins and blah, blah, blah. I don't know how you pin a dog, though. But cute little kids movie. The cast, you got people like Will Sasso does the voice of the monkey. The kid, Sean Gabarine, I think's his name. Adam from the Goldbergs does the voice of the dog, which, when did this come out? My eyes aren't the best, and I don't see a year on the back of this anywhere. This is fairly recent. He does the voice of Russell the dog. The announcers for the wrestling is, I cannot ever remember his name. He played Mac on Night Court. And they also, one of the first things they ever did was this movie called The Black Gestapo. And Fred Willard, who people my age might remember him from like the Fernwood Tonight reruns and stuff. And he was on Roseanne there towards the last few seasons. Martin Mull was on it. He was Martin Mull's boyfriend. And then, trying to find his name on it. John Ratzenberger, Cliff from Cheers, plays the Vince McMahon guy in this movie who tries to get Russell. Like I said, cute little kids movie. And the main reason I picked this up was, okay, so you got a Blu-ray DVD and a digital copy. It was $1 at Dollar Tree. And I'd already seen the movie and thought, okay, yeah, I'll keep it. Well, as you can see, I don't have the little paper for the digital copy. I've already used it. The DVD is out on loan to a friend. Here's the Blu-ray. There's not really any extras. I mean, you got a hilarious gag reel, Raising the Wolf, Training Russell, and 5 Little Monkeys Sing-Along. But I know it's a lot of your kids' stuff. But a cute little family film, non-offensive. Nothing in there should be offend anybody, really. And if you got kids that are into wrestling, this is a cute little, especially young ones, it's a cute little movie to show. I like it. I've seen all the bad reviews. I like it. Even if the movie is kind of shitty, it's kind of fun. So that's Russell Madness. And remember, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.